I just want to talk real quickly about a very specific topic, and that is driving while dissociating. I swear it's worse than, like, or equal to, maybe equal to, being on, like, alcohol or, like, weed. I swear, because dissociation, like, it makes it hard to literally see things with your eyes. Like, you have tunnel vision, you can't focus, you are like out of the moment, and then the pressure is worse, and like you have more anxiety, so it makes the dissociation worse, and then which makes your driving worse, which makes the dissociation worse. And I just want to say that it's really dangerous to drive while dissociating, and it's not talked about. It should be like, you know how they all talk about the like warnings of like driving while on your medication or on alcohol, especially on alcohol, but we never talk about driving dissociating. So dangerous. Like, I can't, like, I never realized why I was such a bad driver and why it was so hard for me and so scary for me. But recently I've been realizing that I dissociate a lot more than I thought. I thought it was just a light thing, but no, no. I dissociate all the time. Very bad. But I didn't realize that driving while dissociating was going to be so dangerous, but it really is. Like, it's really bad. And I think we should talk about this, and like it should be something that you talk to your to anyone, to someone about. You should be talking to someone about dissociating. If you drive and you dissociate, you should talk to someone about that, because honestly, it's really dangerous. I don't know if it's just because I'm learning to drive and I haven't driven yet. But, like, I can't see, I can't focus, I'm not here. I'm trying to, like, look and see if there's anyone behind me, but I can't look, okay? I just can't. It's not happening. It's not connecting. And at that point, I didn't even know I was dissociating either, so I didn't know how to fix it. Yeah. So, that's a recent thing. I learned I have dissociation pretty badly. Um, and subconscious anxiety is what they call it, where you have the thought, you have the feelings and the symptoms without the thoughts, no thoughts. So you don't have any anxiety thoughts, but you just have the symptoms and maybe some of the feelings. Like, I get feelings of fear, and they come from nowhere, and there's no thoughts, there's no seeming triggers that I can see or anything like that. And there's no trauma either that caused the dissociation. The only trauma I can think of is being pushed into life and not being ready for that. Possibly already having mental illness and being pushed into school with mental illness and stuff like that. Possibly it's just mental illness causing all these issues, and there's no trauma. It's just my brain being messed up and my body being messed up. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have any bad thoughts. I really don't. I have, like, no bad thoughts to the point where I should have bad thoughts. Like, because I'm, like, not doing good in school and anything. And I still don't care, but, like, something's causing this dissociation, and I think it's anxiety. And I don't know where it came from. It could be also depression, like a mix of both. the depression also is like kind of confusing because like I want to say I'm sensitive. Like things don't affect people the same way as other people because I feel like I got depression and anxiety real easily. I don't know if it's the predisposition, you're like predisposed to it in your brain and you just need that event to like click it in. So I think I was predisposed to like everything, and it does run in mental illness runs in my family a lot. So I shouldn't be surprised. Um but somehow I still am. And I'm like just coming to terms with it recently. So it took me years to figure out what is wrong with me. And now I don't even know what disorder I have. I just know the symptoms. So before I didn't even know the symptoms. I wasn't even here. I was so, it was so bad. Like I was not doing good. And then I started to actually heal the mental illness now. Like in the past few days. I just started healing the actual mental illness instead of the like I don't know. Instead of the trauma. I used to always try to heal the trauma. I didn't even know what I was feeling. Because like my therapist was like straight on to you must have trauma. And I do. In the sense of like it was traumatic to me, but that doesn't mean it was intense, and it doesn't mean it would be considered trauma to anyone but me. Honestly, that's why I'm saying I think I'm sensitive, because I think the trauma that I have is literally being born here and being pushed into life, and I just wasn't ready. Like that's literally all I think happened, which is something that happened to everyone, which is like why I think I'm just more sensitive to it. But I mean, my parents were good. They just never talked about mental illness or emotions or anything. So I think that would have helped, but it still probably wouldn't have erased the mental illness that I have now that I have to work through. And I know dissociation can definitely be healed. Because it's a product of something. I don't think it happens without anything. Like, I think you have to have mental illness at least. Like, depression, anxiety causes dissociation. I don't know. I'm not a therapist or anything. But I'm pretty sure you have to have, like, at least depression or anxiety. Something that makes you not want to be in your body. That could be something in your life, too. Sorry. So, like, anything in your life that makes you suppress. If you have that suppression, I do. And I think that makes my dissociation worse. Because I'm like, I see it coming up and I just push it right back down. And it's out of self-love too, because I'm like, this is not worth it right now, but I do need to accept that I'm still feeling things about it and it's real. And that's school. That I'm doing bad at school. I need to realize that, like, in a self-loving way, that, like, it's real and my emotions are real about it. Sorry, I was talking about dissociation. Yeah, so I think that also causes dissociation is the school stuff. And I think school also traumatized me. Also, again, I think I must just be sensitive because I don't think it did as much to other people as it did to me. Um, but yeah, I'm trying my best. I'm doing my best. Grounding. And what I found is actually not to push against it too much, against the feeling, the like energetic feeling, to like really dive into what you're feeling. Because if you don't dive into what you're feeling, it almost gets worse. Like you're trying to ground yourself, but it gets worse because you aren't actually paying attention to the feelings, and your body's almost like, it's almost like, you know what they say with babies, that you're not supposed to like like when they're upset or scared, you're not supposed to be happy and like, yeah, it's okay, everything's happy, it's fine. You know, like when a child's upset, you're supposed to be like, okay, why are you upset? Like, I resonate with you, it's okay. You know, it's kind of like that. Like I'm confusing, like I'm confusing my body or something. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Yeah. Oh, with the like, yeah, with the grounding. I ground and then I feel like I'm confusing my body. I feel like I need to dive into the emotions. Like my body is like, oh my god, something's happening, something's happening, something's happening. And my brain's just like, chill, bro, nothing's happening. Like, no, you gotta be like, okay, body, you believe something's happening. What do you think is happening? You know? Even if it just responds with a feeling, because your body can't speak English, it's probably just gonna respond with a feeling. Like you probably just feel a certain way. Um, and just go with whatever your body feels, and it will work with you. And I just find that like immediately grounding almost does me worse than like assessing my feelings. It makes it worse. So yeah. So yeah, I have bad dissociation. I don't know what to do about I do know what to do about it, but it's a process. I'll check in with you if I find any good tips and tools that are like better than you've heard already. You've probably heard the like grounding techniques and stuff. Um, I like feeling the energy signature. So like everything has a certain energy, you know. Kind of read what energy type it is. Like you're literally shaking. Your energy is coming off of you. Like I have anxiety. I guess it's not the same with depression. Depression might be different. You might have to go deeper. But with anxiety, just like acknowledge the feeling of it. Like you know what I'm talking about, the like shakes, the like energy. Even if you don't believe in energy, like feeling energy, like you still get the shakes, and that's also something you should pay attention to. Although I think anyone can feel energy, they just have to practice. Um, literally getting the shakes right now. I have been. You probably noticed. um, I don't know what else to say. I think that's all I got to say, man. Good luck on your journey. It's very difficult. Very difficult with dissociation, especially because you don't know you're doing it. When you're dissociating, you don't know you're dissociating. So how can you, like, snap yourself out of it if you don't know you're doing it? It's difficult. And scary. And uncomfortable. That's why I didn't do it for years, and I'm just starting now. I just kind of ignored it and pretend I was like, dissociation? Like, nah, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little dissociation. It's not that bad. It's really bad. Okay. I'm gonna go now. Thank you for listening.